مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. You know what Muna means? It's an Arabic word. That's why many Arab sisters and daughters, their name is Muna. Muna actually means ambition, aspiration, dream. It was 1963 when Martin Luther King had his march on Washington. And he said, I have a dream. How many of you know that it was the same year, 1963, that the first leaders of Muslim Students Association of US and Canada started for the first time an organized work in America to establish Islamic community from coast to coast. So usually people think that the dream that Martin Luther King had was to create an America with ethnic and racial diversity. But Allah had much more to give us from the same date. That is, a new religion also took its root in 1963. So what we are seeing today, from city to city for the last half a century, it's amazing for me on a personal level, addressing similar groups of Muslim Arabs of America, addressing in similar way American Muslim Pakistani doctors, addressing similar gatherings of our brothers and sisters from the African American background. So it is a blessing of Allah that we have worked towards creating a diversity within the Muslim community and reinforced the diversity of America, which is the strength of America. So we are proud of this role. And when I talk to our brothers and sisters here, whose roots are in Bangladesh, I want to express my gratitude to you. While we were building Islamic centers from city to city, state to state, many of you came forward who gave their time, leadership, their support. Many of the Islamic centers owe their existence to the contributions made by your brothers and sisters with whom you share your roots. I remember after 9/11, when we were explaining who we are, what kind of contribution we are going to make in America, I had two things in my hand, going from convention to convention, meeting to meeting, interfaith dialogues. On the one hand, I had the report of the 9/11 Commission, because after 9/11, they established a commission who took about a year and a half to investigate what happened and how it happened. I used to take that 600-page book in my hand because they concluded that American Muslims knew as much about those 19 terrorists as American Christians, American Jews, or people of other faiths in America. That means the American Muslim community had to do nothing with what happened on that day. That was a very powerful evidence of who we are, what we contribute, what kind of understanding we have about Islam. But on the other hand, in my hand, there was another book. This book was the biography of a Bangladeshi whose name was Dr. Fazlur Rahman. How many of you know Dr. Fazlur Rahman? Raise hands. This Bangladeshi man, engineer, he was in the same university where Muslim Student Association took its birth. That is in 1963. The same time when Martin Luther King was talking about the civil rights, same time when our young generation was creating a new entity in America, which ultimately became Islamic Society of North America, ICNA, MINA, MUNA, whatever. So this Bangladeshi man, he gave America the first tallest building. So it was critical to explain that those who destroyed the towers, twin towers, their names might have been Muslim, but they were not motivated by the constructive understanding of Islam. It was a Bangladeshi with his roots in the Muslim country, Bangladesh, who gave that gift to America, the tallest building. That's why today, this is my umniya, that is my muna, my aspiration, my prayer, my ambition, that we will contribute to the best of both. Why do we, within the Islamic mainstream, why do we activate and encourage people of different backgrounds, different roots, to organize not only as the mainstream Muslim, but to be conscious at the same time what they can contribute to their countries of origin? Because in America, from the very beginning, diaspora, that is Americans coming from different backgrounds, have in a rich way contributed to their countries of origin. It's not just giving a zakat. It's not just giving donations. It's not just coming to their help when they are in distress. It's not. That is necessary. That no doubt is our responsibility. When there is a problem in Bangladesh, we should rush, just like we have been rushing to other Muslim countries when there is earthquake, when there is flood, or when there is man-made tragedies or natural tragedies. But there is something more significant. That is the experience as American Muslims that you have, interacting with Muslims of other backgrounds, interacting with a system called democracy. Because unfortunately, 57 Muslim countries in the world have not had this experience of living for half a century in a democratic environment. And we are the American Muslims who have been blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all the challenges that we have to live in a country which has a constitution, a country which is committed to pluralism, which is committed to democratic values. So this experience has to be transferred to those countries so that they realize that it is not just some families, it's not just some parties, it's not just some dictators who can grab power and deprive the common people of peace and justice. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the resources, give us the understanding, give us the means so that we can reach out to the Muslim world and share this gift with all the ummah in that sense. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين.
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.